All right, so let's start screaming. Cool. Oh, wonderful. Now I got to get the link. Let's see. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go quick mode. Yeah. Oh yes. I forgot we're supposed to go. Uh-huh. 11. See the live stream.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Okay, so this is not being recorded. Hang on, let me just turn this on. I was having problem with Ustream, but so I was late last night because of like discussions in the universe, and so I'm just going on the fly and just asking, "Hi, Sandy," the universe for help. Hey, is the audio okay?
Audio's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna turn on my EVP just in case the ghost box does anything. And you guys know, I'm weird. So let me see. Admit. All right, so I'm gonna go and start recording this. Hi, everyone. Okay, hang on a second. I'm lighting up my candle. How are you guys doing? Okay. I think we're live streaming. I haven't checked, but I'm live streaming on YouTube just to get a message out, and hopefully, me sharing stuff will help you share stuff later, right? So, okay, so I've got to turn on my night vision here. Just in case if any manifestation starts to happen, we have data. Okay, power is on. Okay, and we're gonna record. I'm recording me. Is the thing too loud? I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, that's much better. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, and it's much better.
Okay, I'm gonna increase the volume here. All right, I think we're streaming. I hope. Let me check.
Yes, we are.
We're streaming, right? All right, so everything is on. Let's turn this on. Make sure. Are you awake? Is the battery? Oh, okay, you're awake. Okay, guys. Did I admit everybody? So we got Jeffrey and Tylek, and I'm gonna turn on my iMac here. Can you guys see me? Hi. Can you guys see me okay waving? Good.
Yes, we can.
Cool. So this is my bedroom. My other green screen didn't come in. I destroy green screens a lot. And I wanted to kind of show you guys what all these devices are. So, I love tech. So I'm a data miner. I collect data. So we're at 68.5 Fahrenheit, 57 degrees, 57 in humidity. Okay, so we're gonna keep track. This is Ghost Radar. All of these guys I use for paranormal stuff, but Ghost Radar, it tries to transmit signals into words, right? So we got Mr. Tesla's electron. We got, I don't know if you guys could see that. Let me switch to OBS. This is the crystal, the ghost box. I have it on AM at 100 milliseconds. So, and then we have, I set it on 211 hertz because I'm after frequencies. I'm going to turn on the, humidifier very low. I don't know if you guys could see that, but you guys could see it on my picture right there. Okay, so it's so I'm helping manifestation with water, oxygen, electrons, because I just like to mess with different things. This is a standard K2 EMF, and as you can see, it's picking up those electrons. If you guys could see that, okay, right? So And watch this, okay? We're conduits, right? I'm gonna put my hand there and look, it lights up, right? So we're definitely, I usually do this with an LED bulb sitting on top of a stool, and you know, it's elementary school kind of experiment because it's fun and I'm a big kid. So you can see we are conduits. I'm grounded right now. So if I want to light up a bulb or an LED bulb, I would have to, you know, not ground myself, get on the stool and touch this guy and light up the bulb. But isn't that amazing? We're conduits, right? We're conduits. Okay. Right. So so this is the EMF, electromagnetic field. And of course, you guys could see it. I have this set on RF, radio frequencies from 418 megahertz to below 2.4. So these are like, you know, radio waves, short wave kind of thing. So, and you know, as you can see, I combine science with a little bit of ancient religion, you know, things that resonate with me. I like cowbells. Okay, let me see. Where are you guys? Okay, I have like 3 screens in front of me. Cowbell, and always at 943 hertz, right? And it's just that registered at 943. And I like to use this to clear just the energies as it resonate 943 hertz. And this is a small Tibetan bowl, handcrafted, and I got a crystal in there and the Believe rock. I love rocks. So, and this guy, I've been playing with different type of matter in here, and okay, so it hits about. That's what I'm hitting for, right? All right, so I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, and I got my EVP recorder so that I could play it back later. And you guys can't see it right now, but I'm looking at myself in infrared vision. So just in case, and you guys could see this little smoke coming onto me, right? Ooh. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you. Everything's awesome.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, so Courtney just came in. Maybe I should wait for a few minutes because it's 11:16. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, Courtney.
Like, oh my gosh, it's 111. Sorry about that.
So as this is the first of 3 sessions, right? So I'm gonna the letter of the day. I mean, the number of the day is 3, right? So I'm gonna go back here, and I should I like wait for 5 minutes, you guys, for other people to come in, or should I just roll? What do you guys think?
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. So, and Courtney, you know all the stuff here, right? You know, all my little devices, and I got a new one, as you can see. You see this, the water mist, right? The water mist coming in, and hopefully when I play back my video, catch something, you know. I have it on low because it's really freaking cold. And what I usually do with this session is, you know, I'm tuning in my own antennas in a way, right? Signals, right? So, and a lot of times I get into trouble. I OCD and get into the information without thinking about my body, my heart rate, and my oxygen saturation. But I usually know because that's like, you need to take a break, right? So, and I usually just kind of look at my oxygen saturation. I do a lot of breathing exercises whenever. So right now my saturation is 99. Yes. Oh wow! Look at that. 100. Okay, so and my heartbeat is about 88. All right. So we're good. I'm alive. Okay. I'm gonna put this away. And Courtney, I think you know all my toys. I got the ghost box. I got my little crystal to amplify. And I think we're gonna wait for like 5 more minutes or something like that. You guys just let me know. I have like about 3 screens going on right now. And about 4 different scenes. So let me know if you guys can't hear me or anything. And I think the battery's going down here, but that's okay. If they're really interested, they could go and move it, whatever. But you know what I was saying, and I've been doing this research for a long time, and I like it when my devices go crazy. And there's something with people that have psychic abilities, and extrasensory perception, versus people that are not, you know, open-minded or aware. These guys don't move, right? The pings and pongs. So I think I did 12 travel sessions. Each one is different, but man, some of them was, you know, it depends, right? If it's the ghost radar or the RF or the motion ball. And I just find it really incredible when I do this session with people who are more open and aware to what can be. It seems like it manifests more, right? And I've done this 12 times consecutively every Saturday, and I just think it's amazing. And there's something there. It's 11:20, and we have about 5 people. Should we start, guys? What do you think? Okay, let's rock and roll. All right.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, so why do I have all this? Because I'm a nerd, and I find excuses to buy new tech toys. As you can see, I'm elevating. Oh, someone else is coming in. Okay. Oh, hey. Hi, Nikki. She's right there. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, so as you can see, you know, I just that, you know, this talk, I was up late last night with a bunch of good friends and healing and just wonderful evening last night with everyone. When we have these Zoom sessions or these video sessions, it fills me up so much with love and hope, you know, inspiration for us, for mankind, and so forth. Nikki, do you see my little look, little vapors of happy oxygen and water?
Yeah,
I'm so weird, right? Okay.
no, you're not. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Hey, I just want to know the unknown. What is out there, right? I mean, science hasn't, come on, you know, you call it science, they use intuition, you know, we're not done yet, right? So what I wanted to show you guys, so these are falling electrons, right? And without that, and watch this, right? You guys can see this? Can you guys see this? Okay. I'll wave, look, I feel like Harry Potter. I'll wave. You guys see it light up? And that's ground. Okay. You guys kind of see that light up, right? That's not normal, right? But these electrons, what I'm doing is trying to modulate, right? So modulate at a higher frequency. We are all like hertz, right? And then we have megahertz, and so, and I was just maybe the next one I'll get a bulb, and I'll light myself up, but you know, we're conduits. Look at that. We you know, everything flows through us, you know, and at this level, right? I'm full of electrons, and you know, and you could kind of, you know, touch this guy, see, right? And you can move. It's kind of magical, but it's just the power of us, our bodies, that we can transmute, transfer energies that we can't see. So anyway, so I think I'm gonna start it up, and bear with me. I have like 6 different scenes, Um, so, oh, look at that. It's beeping. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Can you guys see that? So, I'm going to go through some downloads I didn't get to prepare. I like raw things. Even though I'm a techie, I love writing stuff because the energy from human, or human energy made reality, place sitting on Earth. You could see it, you could feel it. To me, it's more personal when I write things down, when you download stuff and so forth. So we're just gonna go. This thing is just. Can you be quiet, please? Okay. All right. So we're gonna go and that's my iMac. So I'm gonna display capture. All right. I'm gonna turn. I'm just gonna go through. It's not what I want there. Hang on. Let me present that first. Okay. Here we go. Okay, and I'll turn this off here and then turn that off. Okay. So, you know, I'm not all about. Oh, someone else is joining. Hang on. Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Okay, so I'm going to go on. So, you know, we're going to have a little bit of science, a lot of religion, a lot of belief system. But I just want to touch bases. There's no science. I just want you guys to feel art. I want you to feel flashes of information. I don't want you to dive into it and go like, oh my God, there's neutrons and protons, all that stuff, okay? I just want you guys to appreciate the human body, the human mind, the human spirit, okay? So, you know, just a little bit. I love this picture. Maybe because she's female. I don't know. She's female and male. But, you know, and it's just really, you know, this basic stuff of honoring, you know, we got, you know, the nitrogen, oxygen, we got the three here, but this is the carbon, right? This is carbon in us, right? We got the neutrons and the protons. I'm not going to go there. And as you go deeper and deeper, right? You get the quarks, right? You got the up quark, and there's a lot more, okay? So I just thought this is a great visual to, we're built like the universe to infinity and beyond. You know, this is just for visual. I don't want anyone like dipping into the science because this is not a science thing. We're just kind of, you know, putting our foot in reality and what's out there, right? Okay. And I just thought, you know, just sharing this with you, you know, atmosphere, our food and drink affects us, right? Gamma rays, all right? I'll share this if you guys want to watch it later, but I'm more towards the visual part of it because we are visual animals, and you know what we share with each other. You never know, right? That's the wonderful thing. You never know what comes with it, right? So, but the important thing is we're sharing, right? We're sharing with each other and just putting it out there for whatever. I don't like to label things. Once you label it, that's it. So, I always try to keep one foot there. So, and don't worry, just worry about the cosmic rays. So, you know, the solar neutrinos and the geoneutrinos. But you could see there is just this infinite spiral, right? From what we see to the invisible, right? I'm just honoring the human mind, body, its spirit. We are the most intelligent things here on Earth. So, I'm sorry. Let me put this on airplane mode. I'm sorry, airplane mode. Okay. So, and then I'm just gonna go through, and you know, and that's about it. So just to give you that flash of information in regards to that, and of course, you know, what I should have started was with what was I was gonna play. You know, I'm a big kid. So I was gonna play the Sesame Street the number 3 with the count, right? And there he is. So the topic today is 3. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just flashing some info to you guys about and combining, right? So I'm basically I'm a computer person. And I study networks. I study computer communications and so forth, and it is everything from geometric to the nature. Everything is relevant. Everything matters, right? So as I said, we had a pretty intense. We did this art thing last night with geometric shapes, and I just rolled down to just infinite flashes of information that's enlightening and happy and hopeful, inspiring. I only had like maybe 2 hours of sleep, but I'm just like excited right now. Don't know what. It's all natural. Okay. And I was gonna do this PowerPoint thing, but you know what? Last night at 2 in the morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna trust in the universe. Just do the flow today. Nothing's intended. Whatever comes in, que sera, sera. Okay. So what I did was I just went through a few things. I'm just gonna go through real fast. Okay. No explanation. I'm just sending you some flashes of information. And these are my downloads. It's from my Rocket book, actually. So I love raw things, and it's a Rocket book. Is you actually write in it, and then there's a Scantron, and it sends it to your Google Drive or OCR it or PDF it. I always believe in the raw data, right? Not the typing stuff. That's digital, but the raw data, the drawing. That's why people who draw, and people that create with their hands, music, art, that's awesome, right? Because it's a direct force of that energy being sent from you to reality here. So don't trip too much about this. I'm with the numbers, and these are all my little downloads that I do when I'm in the DMV. So we're not going to explain it. I'm just going to flash it to you on how the spiral from inside and outer, right? So and these are again just a little bit of what I'm touching bases with the invisible reality, the different the interference band, and I'm gonna go into this later, but it's just freaking awesome at subatomic particle, at our level, at the neutron and the proton and all that stuff. We are intelligent even without our bodies. That subatomic stuff, right? So this is in regards to the quantum entanglement. This is all linked into the double split experiment, where science is discovering, holy moly, we are, even at no matter, right? No density, we are still intelligent. How can that be? And these are just bands of waves, right? Water waves, light waves. We just go through just like a quick history of an electron, the quantum mechanics of the multiple universe, the many worlds theory. What interests me the most is this, all of us, right? Our carbon level. Our electron, our protons, our neutrons, these in a circle within a circle. So I like geometric things that fit, and especially things that don't fit, right? Because it's not fitting right now. It may fit later. So and this one, it's like this one. This is what do you help me out? This is salt, right? It removes it sends out negative ions to balance out the bad stuff. So And this is just, just the numbers out there, nothing, I'm just throwing it out. The protons and the neutrons and the negative charge atoms and, the positive charge, negative, positive. And the ions that describe a loss and a gain of an electron, right? So, and you'll find this in bio stuff and so forth. So I'm just like putting things together, understanding the blueprint, right? So it's a point of reference. It's not everything. It's part of something. That's all it is. It's something to consider, right? So the next one, this is a funny one. So I deal in networking. There's 7 layers, right? And this is my tri-field, and I am addicted to the invisible. It keeps life interesting for me. And you don't have to know about this. This is what we deal with work when we with the internet, networking, with computers. And I'm looking at it as a blueprint for the human operating system. Okay, we're not done yet. We're still trying to figure it out. And if you guys get something from this, please share, because your download is my download, right? That's how we ping pong. That's how we kind of go, whoa, dude, that's amazing, dude. So we can't do this by ourselves. We got to keep sharing and have faith that something is gonna come, in full force. So, and I changed it to all people seem to need divine phenomena. So that's what they call the OSI, 7-layer communications in the computer world, right? So that's very simple, just 7 ways to communicate. Doesn't matter if the computer's here or over in China. Doesn't matter, it'll get there. And then, that's what you use, your email and so forth. And again, these are all from downloads from, and you guys, when you download, you just keep writing stuff. You have no idea, right? And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, today, I looked at it and I'm like, God, am I insane? I'm like, no, I'm not. My brain is trying to figure out something, right? And that's a good thing. You feel alive, And so, I'm obsessed with 0 and 9s because as a programmer, that's what we use, 0 to 9, to find a loop, right? The looping mechanism of whatever information we're looking for, right? So, and these are just numbers, 0 to 9, and then the remainders in between. Everything is relevant from 0 to 9. And again, I used to play with a lot of VHF, UHF. Yes, I'm old. You youngins don't know what UHF was, but it has to do with the rabbit antennas. And these are just base 2. And what the reason why I'm doing this is because they're replicating this in real time, in real life, last year with qubit computing. It's the first quantum entanglement. Math proven in a lab that the math works, right? So to me, math is just intuition. It's us, okay? Don't even, I'm telling you, I hated math. Didn't like it. But doing computers and doing programming, I started to like it. So, when you like something, it's automatic for everything else to come in, right? So, and I just did the base 2 because it's binary, Morse code, on or off, 0 or 1, dark and light, all that good stuff. So, and I'm obsessed with 013, right? 013 repeats and so forth. So, okay, so, and then we're gonna go to the fun stuff. I just needed to kind of like go through this with you guys just really quickly and just throw it out there, just throw it out there and see. I'm kind of sharing my downloads with you guys, right? So these are I'm not an artist, I just, and I don't care. I just do whatever that resonates with me. But these are the several downloads that we've done in High 5 and the Zooms and the meditations. And this has always come to me for some reason, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Being in 1, splitting, being in 3 different places at one time, we're going to start with 3. And so forth, right? The ability to be able to see, like as if you're there. That could be dream, art, whatever. But it's an ability of a flash, like deja vu or something like that, right? Like, oh my God, I felt this before. Oh my God, we all have that, and it's, happening a lot more now these days. So that's my interpretation. 1, then it splits to 3. I did see this during one of our deep meditations and stuff. And I'm a numbers person. I just throw in numbers. 1943, 40s are very interesting to me. I wasn't born yet. I'm not that old. But 32 because of Saturn, right? So 29.5. Our 1 day in Saturn is 30 days on Earth. So that I thought that was kind of interesting. And everything else is like 30, 60, 90. I mean, there's everything, the law, and so a lot of religions do the 30 day, 60, 90 day, and so forth. So it's just a way of like working something out. You don't know what you're doing, and then you end up with this and you stop. You're like, okay, I'm going to stop. So this is really interesting, and this is what I'm doodling. This is a cycle that I'm still looking into, and of course it spells tech, right? This is Tesla, Einstein, Crowley, and Hitler, right? So I'm still working on this because I haven't traveled. I think next week I'm doing Crowley, so I could probably plug in whatever it is that makes sense. So this is kind of like my little post-it note in my head. Of understanding these cycles, because to me, understanding the spirit, because everything has spirit, even the rock, because even though the rock is not alive, we give it life. The little insects that uses it to live, and the moss and the tree and the bonsai, and us looking at that rock, we send it love, we send it life. So everything has life, has a spirit, So anyway, so okay, so this is weird. This is what they call science fiction. It isn't so much science fiction now, right? In the 40s, it's like, folding of space, and we could go, Battlestar Galactica, linear. Being able to fold, right? So you can't go faster than the speed of light, right? Because we matter, because we're full of matter. We have a mass, right? But at a subatomic particles, we can, because we know the electron is very smart, right? And that's part of us, okay? So it's always the X, Y, and Z, 3D, and the L, X, and Y. And this is just, and I'm obsessed with triangles and making them into squares and circles, and that's how I doodle. But this kind of reminds me, back in the day with, what they, element 115, right? So everything's coming out. I actually have a video. A .mov video back in the day, but everything's being released now with all this information, because we're leveling up, and element 115 is still unstable. Oh Lord, this is still unstable, but it's the energy, right, that they theorize that does, what they call quantum gravity, right, to be able to fluctuate between matter and non-matter, right? So it doesn't matter. Ha ha ha. Okay. I get corny. But, so in a way, I try to relate something that we know, or we've known, or shown to us. So I'm always looking for a point of reference. And this, to me is our heart, right? The heart. Energy and emotion. That's why cops don't like to go to domestic violence, because they can't predict what's going to happen. But anything like robbing a bank, oh yeah, we're going to be there because we only know he's going to exit. So that's why a lot of police officers and the military, anything that has to deal with the heart domestic, anything goes. It's very dangerous because it's nature. It's it could go left, right, up, down, east, west. It's unpredictable. So this is another one, as I said, there's a plus and minus. Again, going back to the electron, the positive proton, the neutral, doesn't go up or down, right? The spin going up and down. And this is something I've just been doodling, right? So it makes sense to me. Hope, and that's the whole point, right? It makes sense to you. So the next point makes sense again, and you connect all the dots, right? I mean, we all connected dots, and it's really cool, and so forth. So I'm obsessed with right triangles, squares, X, the plus and minus order operation, and so forth. So and I'm right now I'm obsessed with 2118. I'm looking for something. Don't ask me what. I'm not there yet, but you know when the bloodhound smells it, you just keep following the scent. You just keep following, right? Okay. So I know I'm getting weird. Again, this is oh look, hey, you guys. Oh God, I wish I had that on so you guys could see the blinkiness of my thing here. Let me see. Okay. One divided by 2, it's vice versa or something. It's so addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, they're all the same. They're all different routes, but we all get to the same place. And it's the spiral universe, the spirals and spirals of the universe. Okay, so this is another one. This I'm describing a portal. When during these deep meditations that we all attend. And there's a hot and cold. So right now, I think we were at 68, and right now 69.6, right? So it was cold and it was hot, very similar to vortexes and in nature. I don't expect you guys to make this sense to me, but basically, you get sucked into this tunnel. It's always a tunnel. And the before you get sucked in, you feel the cold and the hot, the tingling. Everything is spinning around, but you're just still. You're sitting here, and you're trying to catch all these guys on the side, but you can't. You're supposed to just sit there and just let it be and let it go, right? Or let it go, let it be. We're almost there. Again, this is part of computer science. Okay, so there's a bit makes a byte, 8 bits to a byte, and you get an email, right? So I'm using that as a point of reference because that's what I know, and that's what I do, and that's how I could understand the human operating system, oh my God, the ball is going off right now, so I'm not gonna even. I'm recording it though. Okay, so like this is the X, and we're looking over, right? Looking over one side, it looks like it's 3, and so forth. I'm gonna have you guys look at this. This thing is going off right now. Hang on. And that's why I record these damn things. Oh my God, hang on. Technical difficulties. Okay, that's been going off. Okay, so it stopped now. Okay. Oh, darn, I didn't record that. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I've had enough fail with that. Okay. So, in a way, it's geometrically, everything fits. It's just the right timing, right? The next step. If it's not fitting right now, we'll put that on the side. Let's see what fits during this timeline right now, and so forth. I'm almost done, you guys. And again, this is folding, bringing it to you, right? You entangle with the energies and you bring it to you instead of you going to them. So it's kind of like folding the space. Now they're calling it bending the space. It's the same thing. You're still bending or folding. And we have that. We are made from matter to all the way to the visible to the invisible. Okay, I got one more. Then where's number 3? Downloads. Number 3. Okay. All right. So this is the whiteboard. I don't know if you guys can see it in the background, but this is my whiteboard. Yes, my entire bedroom is a whiteboard. So these are just, you know, things. I've seen this somewhere before. I gotta Google it, know what it is. But you know, these are the things, right? These are the things that I have a question. So I put my question on my whiteboard. And every day I see it, it reminds me, and I wait till there are other pieces to work around it, right? So, which I'm going to be modifying today, actually, after this. As everyone knows, Da Vinci's man. It's, and it's just so interesting, right? 4, 5, 6, you know, and so forth. So that's just a visual there for you guys, just to throw it out there. Okay, so the body, spirit, right? The body, mind. We inside, outside. You know, how many times have we felt bad inside and then did something outside, like get our hair done, you know, buy some, you know, get our nails done, buy something that we love, or we treat each other and so forth. So, the combination of body and mind uplifts that spirit, right? So these guys have to be together. The body with the heart, the mind is, you know, our penal, our penal code. No, I'm just joking. Our neural networks, right? Our brain is very similar to the spirals of the universe and the spirit. Okay, and I don't know if you guys, this is, I don't even know where I got this, but this is duality, right? They you can't have one without the other. You just can't, because there's no growth, there's no evolution, there's no elevation, there's not a new cycle, right? So it's needed for the cycle. It's needed to begin to end, to end to begin, and to begin to end again. Okay. Are you guys sleeping? Is everyone okay? Okay.
Yeah, just drawing and listening.
Cool. All right, we're almost there. I got my little box here. So this is kind of like how I basically, oh wait, it's here. How I did my own spiritual detox in a way, right? Because everything that repeats, like, oh my God, what is this thing? You know, why do I do this? Why do I self-sabotage? You know the consistency, you know, in your first 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40. And by the time, girl, when you're 50 years old and you're like, I'm doing the same goddamn stuff. Why does it keep repeating, right? So, and this is just, again, a doodle. You know, as a child, you know, to me, the different kinds of love. Love for a child, love for a parent, mother, friend, lover, siblings, the world, and so forth. So, you know, that's still, you know, I'm still working on that. But we all come for two, right? We're all connected, a triangle with how we feel about our father and how we feel about our mother and our siblings, everyone that's. So this is my little tribal thing. I don't know what you want to call it. But I like to keep it simple. I'm a simple person. I work with crazy complex stuff, and I like to keep it as simple as possible. Hey, Whit! Okay, so, and then, you know, and there's a kind of like a sign in here with the plus and minus, right? The plus and minus. It's all about the plane. Remove all the negative stuff. You have more positive stuff. You multiply it, and you divide it and share with everybody. Right, so still the same place. These are my little antennas. I guess I made 5 because 5 is a very important number because it's next to 6. And there's, you know, 5-point star. You know, our 5 points, our 5 senses. You know, 5 is very important. 5 is very important to understand. Okay. And I think you guys are totally bored now. And sorry, on my I like to look at all the different now that's a long story of this, but this is one of my favorite nebulae, right? Musca the Fly, Axe, and so forth. It has 3 planets and 6 stars, right? So it's very cool. It's about 30,000 lights away, 37,000 or something like that. Okay. I don't try to go into what I need to. I'm a visual person. I think that's beautiful. The circle inside the circle. I've seen this a lot from the art and the downloads. And so it's kind of like, whoa, she sees that. She drew that. She talked about that. And you just get that whoa feeling like, how could that be, right? So it's those little flashes of light and sound waves that just make you go, you know, and going, you know, and saying, oh my God, this universe is amazing, right? So, all right, so let me turn this off, and then, so what is this all about? Okay. And we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna turn this guy back on, and this guy back on. Okay, and we're gonna minimize him. Can you guys see okay? You see everything here? And then me. Where am I? Sorry. There I am. Hi guys. So you guys didn't see this. These guys were moving, and I thought I was recording it, but because I'm doing OBS and whatever, we'll know next time. I think people are still coming in. Mark, I think Mark is in.
Tell you that I just tagged Whitney and Lindsay today, like the 20
Okay, I mean it's on YouTube, so we're streaming, and to me, I have a message out, right? And I don't know what it is. I just go on the fly, whatever it is. So, today I didn't even, know what am I going to talk about? I want to talk about how it's important to do rituals, right? We all have rituals, but it's almost a part of removing or adding, right? Subtracting or adding, right? To remove the things you don't want, and to bring in the good things that you do want. Okay. So you guys all know, I've been trying to. The tarot cards were first given to me by my brother who passed away in '97, and since then I've been trying to prove that they are false. And, to me, everything is an illusion. And when you can't prove it's an illusion, it's the truth at that moment in time until something else comes in. So, that's my craziness, and it keeps me busy and it keeps me out of trouble. With my own spiritual detox, because there's a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame. A lot of, bad things happen when you're a kid. And it's not like you could walk out the door and, drive and get away from it. You have really no choice but sit there to absorb it physically, mentally, spiritually, right? And it's true. The children our mind is such a, when we're kids, we actually absorb more than we are an adult. Science is still trying to figure that out. But those first 10 years are very crucial because we could absorb more information at that stage of our life because our brain is still developing. And those are the things, and, things like, hey, they won't remember. They're not going to remember this. They're only 2 years old. Oh, no, they remember it. The brain is insane in its abilities to remember stuff. flashes, you know, going, oh my God, was I there? Was that a dream? You know, and it's real, right? It's real. You were there, but the song is the same, but the rhythm might be different, right? So, so we're gonna talk about, you know, and I was thinking, what can I do? What can I do to show what I'm concerned of? So I'm gonna do one for myself, and I guess before I do all this stuff, right? Okay. You guys could see this, right? So this is my rocket book. I'm a big techie, but you know, this is the stuff I like to do, right? I write all these things down, right? And there's a little, and then I just scan it with the rocket book, and it PDFs it, or JPEG it, or OCRs it onto my Google Drive. But you know, it's important for me to bring it through my hands, right? So, and I want to show you here, you know, of this, you know, our nature, what makes us move in this world, right? You know, the energy in your heart, right? Love, peace, anger, revenge. You guys know, I don't have to go there. But I've always wondered when I ask people, what do you want? And they could give me like a slew, a bunch of stuff. They'll tell me, you know, but they're not sure. I want this and I want this. Or maybe I don't want that. And I want this. But if I ask them, what don't you like? And boom, it's there. It's conviction. They know what they don't like because it's been done over and over again. So to me, like the electron, right? You need the electron around your proton and your neutron to exist. They all, you need, you know, when you feel like you need healing from inside, bring it outside, and vice versa. So this is a circle within a circle kind of thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so this is the show and tell. So the first thing I do in divination is to figure out, to entangle, right? I'm just not gonna say, this is how I feel, right? And so I actually mirror myself. I actually mirror how I feel. Because I don't know, there might be other things that's underlining. So to me, I use it as a reflection. It's a mirror of things I see and what I don't want to see, or maybe I'm not knowing about. So the first thing I do is entangle with myself, how I feel, right? That allows me to understand my energy. And then once I understand that, then I ask the other side how they feel about me. So I'm isolating my energy, understanding it first, and then entangling with the second energy. Now, why do I all do this? Because I have this thirst of understanding the spirit. Not what they made. That's the result. But what drove the spirit? What drove you to create or destroy? What drove you? What was the variables inside, outside of your creation that drove you to do this or that? So that the spirits always interest me on how they start like this and then they end up like that. And you're going, what happened? What caused that, right? So these are my questions to the universe, is understanding why, how, where. So and this is how I do it. So before I do everything, so I do a divination, and I'm gonna go into you know, I want to talk to myself. I'm gonna go into a trance, and we're gonna see what we end up to. Now don't get scared. Okay, these are a collection. I'm gonna show you my box. This is a collection. Can you guys see that? You guys see that pretty good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. I just want to make sure nothing's coming out like spiders or anything like that. or any ETs. Okay, everybody. Okay. So you can see it's old. It's a hat box. I love hat boxes. There's candles and all this, and I've had this for a long time. So, and it's just a collection, right? And then, all of these things have an attachment to them, whether it's my mother, father, my siblings, and so forth, right? So we have, we have this, and as you can see, there's a circle right in the middle. It went through hell and back, and there's and it's built up, like it's built up from all the different rituals and the different movements that I want. And there's just a bunch of things in here, like my book. I love that group, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So all these little things that I have, and and it's fun. I feel a sense of moving the energy from outside of me to here, because you can't just, oh, I wish. You have to really want it to go away, for it to not be in your space anymore, right? Yes. Okay. Now this, okay, it's not hearts or anything. These are sacred ground for my family. So here in the Bay Area. So sacred ground. We all. I even have one. My name's not there, but they're all here, and these are sacred ground. For in the cemetery. So this is cemetery ground. And I got my salts, I got my all my little herbs that I put in, my air, my earth, water is my favorite part, and then I'm gonna go. Oh, you know what? Oh my God, my Grand Grimoire is not here. It's actually outside. I pulled it out. We're not gonna go all the way in here, okay? This is something that many years I keep it here. I keep it here to remind me of, and it's not everything. Everything's a memory. Memory are very powerful. They can inspire you or not, right? So we want to keep the good memories. We want to give the good memories, because a good memory can get you out of a situation. And it's all about happy. So I'm going to show you my Grand Grimoire. I know my box. I mean, am I insane or what, you guys? Okay, so I have two. So this, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. So I bring in all cultures. Every culture, every ancient culture, that I love it. I love ancient religion, belief system. They all seem to love candles and incense and some water ritual. But these are what they call paper money, right, in Chinese, right? So I use these a lot to write, and I write with different types of feathers that I found in nature. So that calls out to me. Of course, I gotta. Oh look, I found a new tarot card. Wow. And I got two types of. This is not real blood. The dove and the dragon's blood, right? And that all coordinates with the moon, and the moon, the new moon to bring in, and the full moon to take out, to remove. Okay. I'm going to put these away because we're going to start doing, and I'm all about timing. So when I feel someone, I think of, several days of this person flashing in my head. Just washing dishes, and all of a sudden this person pops in your head. And I'm like, oh, is it time to look into this situation? And I'm like, and then I go whatever, and then it repeats. So usually by the second and third time, I get the same flash for a particular situation, person, place, or thing. Then I'm gonna look into it. And and when these flashes come in, I'm not even thinking about them. I'm either driving, cooking, or doing something else. But I wanted to show you. And also too, my heritage, still to this day, practice animalism, right? So mimicking animals, nature, and stuff like that. Still very very practiced. You have you always find cultures with two religion, one that's controlling, one that's not. But you guys see this? So this is just, look how messy this is, right? This is all, okay. So as you can see, they're blank pages. So this is kind of like, my book of stuff. And it's weird because it's usually inside of that thing. So and as I go through this, right? As I go through this, and realizing, so I love symbolism. I love ancient symbolism. And this was a case in 1997 with a police officer. And I won that case. But you can see, I put in signs for wisdom and knowledge. This is a symbol for legal matters. This is a symbol to overcome worry. And, oh my God, I can't believe I used this one. Gain favors. Oh my God. Okay, so this is back in 97, okay? I'm not as wise as I was. But as you can see, it's when I look through this, I was actually looking at it the other day without even thinking I was going to look at it today. But, you see napkins, you see, this is the powers of voodoo. so it's quite of, I love symbolism. I love symbolism of any sort, right? Because the picture, oh boy, says 1,000 words, right? And there's even one when I did, oh my God, this is old. This is 11/11/97. It's another movement of energies. You can see it's so old. And this is the first thing I do is the divination. Now it's not like one reading. It's several readings to understand the situation. And of course, at that age, it's all about self-serve, fear-based. So, I'm not going to go through this, as you guys can see. It's just a lot of movement, right? Movement, a lot of symbolism. I do a lot of symbolism. This is a removal of addiction. Someone I cared about, a really bad addiction. Removal of addiction. So I use a lot of flames. Removal of energy. I write it down. The negative energies I don't want anymore. Look, hey. The negative energy I don't want anymore. I just don't think it. I feel it. Then I create it. Right? It's all about the heart. What the heart feels, the mind will create through our hands, through our voice, through our eyes, through our hearing. So it's really, really important for the heart to be happy. I'm not just going to use that word, happy, because happy is peaceful. Happy is love. And if we could get The ball likes happy. You guys see that? And we could go on definition, but I don't question happy. Why? I do not question happy. And that's where my focal point is. As many as time in a day, I'm going to be in that happy space. Instead of 10 hours in a happy space, it's going to be 10 minutes. Flipping back and forth. Unhappy, happy, unhappy. Because happy is more important for me. And so forth. So, and those are the things that we have, right? So writing, as you guys could see, it's just, it's kind of like your personal diary with pictures, right? So this one's also to remove, and I do, depending what it is, right? If it's cleansing, it's water, removal, fire, depending if I need to bury it back to the ground for it to renew itself. This one, okay, this one, I was really into voodoo too. That's horrible. As you guys could see, I love symbolism. I love ancient, I love symbolism. It's just, rather than words, right? Rather than words. But, anyway. So there's another one here. Okay. So, promotes deep meditation state. These are the deep meditation state. The green is for prosperity. The red is for physical pleasures, your body, right? And green again for prosperity, fertility, and all that good stuff. And you guys could see, I draw little things, right? But I always start with a blank slate, and I don't know when it's going on. This is a magic square with mages, So I respect all religions, all belief system. I'm gravitating to learning the different things. We've lost something, right? So there's a lot of I do a lot of island type of symbolism. Islands, what the natives used and so forth. And you can see there's another. Well, I actually do it right here. You could feel my energy, my work, the candles I use, the energy. I could put my hand here, and I could go back in time and understand that energy. And look at my little house of happy, see you guys. I'm not an artist like you guys, but I try. But I know what the little stick man means, right? And so forth. So let's see, it's 12:17. I think we're gonna go and dip in, right? So this one, isn't that funny? So the last entry I have here is 6/16/2001, full moon. This is a full moon ritual. Removing an old image. And I use salt in the cleansing. Removing the old ways. I brought in all the elements. This was a purification. And whatever that you guys do, and this helps you through the process of manifestation. Meaning, we are creators, right? We create everything we see here. We do. Mother necessity. Mother necessity. We could talk about, how the Morse code came up, a lot of these things, because mother necessity, there was a need for survival. So, without ado, and this guy is moving crazy, and it is 69.6, I don't know, I gotta rewind this, but I don't know if that's the case. And so, can you guys see this camera right here and the temperature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not the temperature.
Oh, okay. Let me let me that better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So, and I was thinking, and I'm like, I might as well do this on live, right? And I don't do things unless something pings me. Hey, I'm like, okay, stop bugging me. Okay, you really need to look at this. Okay, I'll look at it. So usually I'm a big procrastinator, and I don't react a lot. So if it's happened like twice, I'll pay attention. 3, 4, 5 times, it's just irritating. Then I'll go in because it's constantly look at this. There's something here. Look at this. And so then I go in and dive into what am I supposed to look at? There's something there, right? There's something there. You guys see this thing? It's going crazy.
Yeah.
All of you psychic people need to stop playing with my balls. All right, so this is my symbol. He makes sense to me now. My family, my nephews, and everything, they call him my little man. I've always been attracted to this symbol, and things are making sense right now of the symbolism, right? So my entire family is like, oh, this is how I, bless things. I'm like, oh, universe, protect this car. Oh, universe, protect this person. Please, no harm to this person on their trip. Things like that. So just a little background. My entire family, we spiritually adopt teenagers or kids. I adopted 2. My brothers and sisters adopted 1 or 2. And these are the kids that don't have the parents around, so sometimes they don't have places to stay. Sometimes they have no food. And both of these and all of us, we kind of bring them into the family. And we become moms. Not legally, we don't adopt them, but I've raised my 2 spiritual daughters since they're 14. They're in their 30s now. But there's I wanted let's just call her V, okay? And what interests me is as I walk in the path of life. And I'm going to say the word, and I've always said this because I was an effed up person. And it's never going to go away. It's just going to, at the time your headspace spending there, it's little because it's more happy. You're like, hey, Shadow, what's up? I know you. Okay. All right. Scared me. I thought I didn't know you. So I know you. You're not going to make me vibe. You're not affecting me anymore like you used to. So, and there's a time and place you give them love so that they can complete that cycle. So let's just call my spiritual daughter V. And she now I had to let her go in 2019. Almost 14 years of her life was very bad. We're not going to go there, but it still it still moves me. When I first met her, we were camping. Actually, she ran away. We didn't know. She's from Oklahoma. And 14, young, and there was so much darkness in her. I mean, her hair was dark. She was like all mawed out. Nails were black. And she was mad, pissed off at the world, and ready to destroy it. So I took her on, and so forth, and we've been doing this spiritual detox healing. And it's very hard when the body experiences something awful, the mind rescues it, right? It makes an illusion of demons. It makes an illusion so it's not so bad. That's why the mind is so wonderful. It knows when the body can't breathe. the body is experiencing so much pain. Your mind actually, splits you. You lose time when you experience pain, right? You're like, oh my God, um, I've lost time, right? So your mind, your brain is such a wonderful, magical. It knows what it needs to do at that point of no return of that survival. Okay, so the last time I contacted her was in 2019, and she gave her 14 years of just love, and there's 33 of us on the island. I'm not joking. No, 34. We just got a new addition. So I got a big family. So we went camping, everything from skiing, camping, everything outdoorsy. Okay, so white water rafting. So in a way, she knows what it is, right? And then she hasn't spoken to her mother for 14 years. 14 or 13 years, right? She didn't want to because she had me. Well, my time was done. My time was done with her, and she needs to use that strength to complete that circle with her mom. Okay, so I had to let her go. 2019 short come. She wanted me to tell her what was wrong with her. I could not because it's not my path. I could help, but it's not my path. And I understand. I'm scared of the universe. I'm telling you, you cannot go against the path. You're only supposed to do what you need to do, and then go, pull back, and hope, right? So, what? Did someone say something? Ash?
My cat tried to jump on the chair, but it ended up hitting my knee and then falling on the floor and knocking down all my little figurines.
Oh my!
So I was like, "You're so uncoordinated," and he is. I'm sorry.
Do you guys have your motion balls? No, fine. It's fine. I think it's wonderful. You guys got your balls on? Get your balls on. Turn on your balls.
Yeah, they're on.
Let me know if they're blinking, okay? Because this is,
Okay,
please let me know.
I will.
When they're blinking. So what I'm gonna do right now, because it's been pinging, so I talked to her. Short come, she had a breakdown. She tried to talk to her mom about everything that's happened. Mom is like, no, I didn't believe her of the abuse, that she's crazy, and she doesn't want to do it. I said, you have to do it. You have to make peace with your mom. Okay. So, she basically did it in 1 week. Okay. And she went through an episode. It was rough. She almost jumped off the bridge because everything was coming in all at the same time. She named her abusers demons, so she'll call all the demons of Lucifer. And it was really hard. It was really bad. She went to John George, which is the only federal mental health facility here. 51. Spent about a week there. There was no drugs in her system. It's all brain chemistry. All brain chemistry. So that's another mind blowing. How the brain can create, right? The brain can create these illusions and it's all for survival. It's all for understanding and surviving, and it knows when it's gonna release that info, little at a time, or a floodgate. Okay, she's doing much better. This all happened 2019. She was struggling. It's like I had to really. Now she's doing well. She's visiting her mother. She has a job. She's not taking any more of the The same. Oh my God, the same pills that you guys remember The Exorcist with Linda Blair. They don't use that kind of pill anymore. But it's the same kind of brain chemistry to balance. Um, so she's still going to therapy twice a week. Um, and I think I think it's time. So we're gonna figure that out. I gotta see if we're within the timeline. I know it's close because I'm feeling her. I'm sensing her. I don't know the timeline. Is it this month? Is it before March? Whatever, right? So I'm gonna go and entangle and tango with the energy right now. Oh, 69. Oh, that's my number. All right. You guys are still here with me? Am I boring you yet?
No, I'm sorry. I had a guest drop off a friend for Sadie, so I missed part of it because I was talking to her mom at the door. I'm sorry.
It's all right, sweetie. It's all good. So I'm just gonna go in. So I'm gonna keep. As some of you guys know, when I travel, sometimes I travel a long time. I think my longest travel was 8 hours, but it didn't feel like 8 hours. It didn't. I didn't feel like bogged down and heavy. Like I'm exhausted. 8 hours. It was kind of like still like energetic, bouncing, smiling, kind of thing, right? So it did not correlate with my body feeling that I was traveling for 8 hours. Like jet lag. I didn't feel jet lag at all. But anyway. The first thing I do is I count and say hello. And I do a Celtic to a Celtic circle within a circle. So it starts as the first spiral, and then it goes a second spiral, and then it goes out to the universe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. All right, they're all here. Now, when I do this, I have no intent. I keep my mind blank. There's no fear. There's no expectation. It's like blah. I'm like a neutron. I just sit there, not spinning up or spinning down. I'm just like sitting there, not moving, staying still, with no thoughts, no emotions, no nothing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is. I'm going to do a little prayer. Take a big breath. Light as a feather. Okay, it's Muhammad Ali. Alright. Oh Lord, and all the upper beings of the universe, please give us the guidance. Please give me the guidance. And let me see what I can see. But I need to do it this time to help the cycle, move the cycle. From all the flashes and all the little pings and reminders and memory visions. How do I feel about V right now? How do I feel about V right now? Please guide me. Please show me. How do I feel about V right now? How do I feel about V right now? Okay. So, when I read, very simple. I like to keep it simple. If it's upside down, it's low energy. It's either coming in the timeline or leaving the timeline. But if it's right side up, it's right here, right now. You feel it, you see it, you know it. So it's upside down. This is permanency. Okay, it's upside down. So mental victimization, bottoming out. That's upside down. That's good. That's very good. That means she found her way back without me. It's very good. The Hierophant. Wisdom. I always read in threes. 1 to 2. It's almost like entangling. One bit to get a cubit. You got to do something, right? To entangle. And sending emotions, energy in motion, sound waves, and everything that you feel, that's movement. Like I said, the heart is unpredictable, right? And it's unstable. It's nature. Okay, so the Harvard talks about higher learning. Every time I see this now because of Dee, I think of Danny DeVito. Thank you, Diane. So this is her. She would describe this. So the Hierophant is secret knowledge, learning, ancient ways, learning in a group, together. So it's all upside down, it's all low energy. So let's look at the past. So this is what they call the subconscious. Number 1 and number 2 card either goes together and reinforce each other, or they don't, right? And this, there are 2 different energies. One is permanency, permanency, stability. Everything is there. You got a job, you got, enough food to feed you. You're okay. Okay? You're okay. You're okay because this bottoming out is not present big time, It's still there. The wound will always be there. But it's not vibrating to a point it's taking over your life. And this is the root cause. Higher learning, what they call the Hierophant, ancient knowledge, secret knowledge, and the 2 pillars, right? The 2 pillars. Okay, so stop. Okay, you guys, this is just bothering me. I'm just gonna do this because it's eating my battery. I'm gonna put it back, reset it, and forget it. Stop. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. And I still gotta get those batteries, Nikki, for those, this is the one that from China. It took 6 weeks to get here. This one. Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, these are my favorite balls. Okay. So, this is the past, right? And, we're reading it as this. 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3. And 3 is the root cause of these 2. Okay, so there's a feeling of group identification, right? The Queen of Cups, that's the psychic card. A person that is very intuitive with energy emotions. Like, you don't feel well. And like, oh, are you okay? So the Queen of Cups talks about understanding the invisible energy, right? The emotional force on how it's moving around you, right? That's in the past. It's right side up, it's not here. So I do feel the sense of Judgment Day. So I knew it was coming! The Day of Reckoning. The Day of Reckoning. So 2019, 2021, 22, and it's 23. So it's been, 3 years? Okay. So it's a Day of Reckoning, right? It's a Day of Reckoning. So Okay, restriction. Okay, because there's, I laid it out, you know, made it she has no choice but to reconnect with her biological mother. She has to complete a cycle. And I feel that I have given her enough love and support that she will win this. And she will find herself again. As you can tell, this is very emotional for me. Because she is my adopted spiritual daughter. So the restriction is there because I did do a restriction. Because she will never, ever connect with her biological mother if I'm in the picture. I had to take myself out. So she had no choice. And it was very painful, and I miss her very much. But, okay, so that is the card of changing scenery. Because I removed her from my scenery. She had no choice but to figure out the energy between her and her mom. Is very important because she is part of that. Okay, so this is the Six of Swords, and this is the universe. Let me lay them all out. Encouragement. Okay, so remember my question. So this is how I feel. Okay, the Page of Wands. I love all the pages. So this is to me that it is coming. It will be here. So this is the what they call 10, right? 10. This is the card that bleeds to the next level. What I call bleeding. 10. Yeah, as you can see, I'm always looking at the 3 reflection. All right, so group identification. Because that's how I identified her, as a sexually and physically abused child. And all I wanted to do was save her. Because her energy reflected on me as well. So my healing is her healing and vice versa. And I wanted to protect her. Because of course, I'm a lot older. But I wanted to, I don't know if the word is save. I'm not going to even be word bound at that point. All I wanted to do was give this dark energy a chance of light. A glimmer, a little bit. I still didn't know. Okay. So it looks like in my conscious that it's coming through. She's changed. Her energy has changed. Her mind is set. The judgment day is coming to the person to see what happened. What happened 3 years ago? What has happened now? It's going to be a day of reckoning. Okay, because there's a little part of me and there's a little part of her that needs to come back together and say, what did you find? And I'm going to share what I found. I found for myself. I found what I found. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not going to, but I know there's upcoming reunion. Okay? I'm not going to try to figure out, is it tomorrow? Is it next month? Sure, I could go there and take a look. How do I feel about her? Is she going to come here? The energy changes. Because you could see, if you don't mess with it, like call or text, you could see the flow. Okay? Without you making it a reality. Texting, calling, or whatever. It should come together accidentally. There's no accidents in the universe, by the way, but, the question mark, right? It's a question mark. I love question marks. Okay. So this is the future card, and they work with the past, right? So These are both swords. The restriction. So there's still a little bit, it's not time yet. Still a little restriction. Maybe it's next week. Maybe it's after March. Maybe it's the middle of March. But right now, it's not time yet. It's not time yet to connect because there's still other things that need to happen. Don't ask me what it is. All I know is there's something else that needs to happen. And then when it's time for my cue, I'll come in and see how that goes. But I don't worry more than 3 steps ahead. I need the first and the second, and to be able to see the third step so I don't fall. You know, so so this is your first point, and as it crawls up, right? And this is the universe. These are the 5. This is the 5%. This is the 95% of the universe that we can't see. And it's all about your unconscious, your subconscious. Okay. All right. So it looks like the encouragement. So from what I take these little, past 2 weeks or so, little flashes of V, memories of my adopted spiritual daughter, when she was 14, and how she, you know, and I'm getting these little glimpses of memories that we spent. Okay. And I'm like, okay, so, all right. And you know, it was so weird because yesterday I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna ask these guys to go and, you know, open up their soul, right? I go, I'm gonna open up my soul because this is so important to me. And I, you know, I try not to worry, but when things keep repeating and I'm not thinking about them, you know, it's like, okay, all right, there's something to this. And so I'm reading this for me, and having you guys here through my process, through my stage of healing with my spiritual daughter. Okay, so this card goes to Judgment Day. This is the blues, travel, changing scenery, coming back to permanency. It'll never be the same. It's going to be better. It's going to be better. Because she's developed her lead. She's developed her confidence, her light. Right? We could ping pong without her fearing if she's wrong or right. Right? She has a bright light now. And that's what I said to my kids and the day you kick my butt is the day I did my job. Because once I'm learning and we're learning from each other, that's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Plain and simple. So hang on, let me do my three levels of energy swiping here. Okay, it's Judgment Day. It's all about permanency, stability, the way it was, with a little twist. It'll never be the way it is. There's always a different twist, little different angle. Okay. So, the spiritual connection. The spiritual connection. That her mother, she was, her mother thought she was the devil, obviously. And she was one of my, I guided her through, and there's a little guilt here because I showed her some things, and I didn't know in the back she was selling spells on what is that place where you create unique Etsy. Oh my god, she was using blood spells for people, her own blood. I did not know this. This is when during a few weeks before she went to the cuckoo house. But there's also that little guilt. I said, what did I do? We'll always have that. You'll always have that. What did I do? Did I do this? Was this? And we go in this circle of did I cause this? For a quick minute, right? So, and I know I was her spiritual connection. And it's not about achieving the connection. It's trying to connect. And that's what she did with her mom. She all she's gonna say the day that she closes her eyes is, I tried my all. And because I tried my all, whether or not we connected or not, at a material level, I'm gonna accept. The love for myself is greater than the love of my partner, my mother, whatever, right? So it's having resources to have nots. Okay, and encouragement. So fortitude. Okay. So she is waiting. And I'm not sure if I'm ready yet. I got a lot of things on my plate right now. Especially with Crowley travel next week. I'm dreading that, y'all. I'm dreading that travel next week. So it's all up to me. Because she's waiting. She's waiting for a text. She's waiting for a hello. She's waiting something. Now, I'm not going to do it in the physical world. I'm going to do it in a non-physical world. And we'll see, right? That's the question mark. We'll see. So let's take a look. And then I do have 3 readings. This is how I entangle. This is how I feel. I'm going to see how she feels about me. So that I could understand the whole. That I could understand her. It's understanding something. It's loving something. Want to go against it. If it's not good for her, then it's not good for you. All right, V. How you doing? How you feeling? How does V feel about me? How does V feel about me? All right. Because we're entering in the folding right now, I'm going to do a quick reading, okay, guys? Okay. So the degree has gone up. It's 70 degrees in the room now, people. We went up 2 degrees. 68. I think it was 68. I have to rewind. 68. We're at 70 degrees. So cold and hot.
It was at 67.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you for paying attention, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I rewind. It's hard to be like, and I can't monitor. That's why I record my devices. It's not like I don't love you guys. Okay? Okay, so you guys are not being recorded, but the devices themselves and me. Because I gotta rewind. Alright, V, how do you feel about me? Oh God, if I cry, you guys, oh my God. That's okay.
That's fine.
Crying is good. It releases you.
Yes. Healing.
Good. Alright, V.
Oh, the ball just went off.
See, I didn't see that. Okay.
No, mine. Mine.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, when you said crying is healing. Yeah.
Up. Yep. Right. It's just, it's crazy. All right, V. Oh, Lord, and all the other things. Please give us the guidance to walk this path with hope and inspiration, with love in our hearts. So blessed be. V, how do you feel about me? V, how do you feel about me? Lone Wolf, upside down. Oh my God! Look, Judgment Day. Okay, it's like you guys know the tarot, right? And you're like, oh my God, I've flipped you, and now you're back. So this is from the previous reading. So we are entangling, right? Judgment Day. So she's feeling it too, because we have the same card. This was the card I read before, how I felt about her, and now how she feels about me. Personal power. Isn't that weird? So I know she has her personal power right now. She's a different V right now, and I can't wait to meet the new her. She has personal power. She has confidence in herself, in her abilities, in her life. That's wonderful. A light that could only be dim but never snuffed out. A light that could only dim but never snuffed out. Okay. Rest. Okay. So this is the card of rest, chaos. Okay. So there's a lot. It's a lot of maybe at work, Stanford, maybe I don't know, but it feels like there's she's just gotten over some chaotic situations right now. So to me, that's not time yet, because this is very hardcore, right? The reunion's going to be a hardcore. There's going to be a crying. There's going to be I'm sorry. There's going to be, they're going to get to know each other again, because I'm different now too, right? And all of you guys have been a part of that in this path. All of you. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God, I'm such a wuss. Okay. Oh my God. Justice. Cause and effect. Balance. We got the two pillars again. Judgment Day is coming, the day of reckoning, abolishing of sins. We're all gonna I love doing this, put your hand up in the air and just like, oh my God, release, release. Okay. I'm very passionate about stuff, so, ooh, oh, yes, yes. So you guys know this card, everyone feels this. I mean, man. I mean, literally, you could feel the sword in your heart. Like, you're having a heart attack kind of feeling. It does. It feels like there's something sharp in there, right? So this card, there's that energy. It's not questionable. Okay, so heartbreak, right? It's almost like, it's heartbreak. You have to do it. And you don't want to do it because you're selfish. You want to keep that relationship. You don't want to let it go. But you have to. You have to give up something, right? So it's going to, see, I'm crying already. This is going to be a very tearful reunion. It's coming. Ooh, I'm getting teary right now. Okay. I have to admit, we're not manipulating anything. We are watching. We are watching and let the universe do its thing, whether it's our partner or whatever. When we get, it's your turn. We come in. We don't manipulate. Now, been doing this for a long time. I was a kid. I've done this for self-serve. Yes. We all do. We do our first cry when we're born. Like, that's a very pissed off energy, right? The first cry to know we're alive is not a happy cry. So, but it's that, non-happy cry is life. Oh my God, the baby's alive. Let's slap it some more. I'm sorry. So the defensiveness, stamina, gone through hell and back. She has surgery, mental health, um, um, knowing if she likes male or female. I think she still is with her partner, who is female outside but male inside. Okay. Oh my God. Ash, do you see this? Do you see the same cards I had before? Okay. So you guys, so this is, to me, I've done, look, these guys have become so reliable. I've given up on, they're just an extension of me. It allows me as a mirror to see what I don't want to see, you know? And at the same time, I'm excited about the Three of Swords, but it's going to be a healing because I still hurt. I miss her, right? I miss her. But I had to let go. Okay, so, Ace of Wands, creative force. This is good, right? Because we're both different people. 3 years have passed. There's going to be a lot of the permanency, the chaos, the rest. It's coming together. It's a new creation. It's a new level. It's a new chapter. Okay. All right. Whoa. Okay, so I'm gonna rewind this. You guys were paying attention on the first card? Because I'm blinking out right now because it is very emotional for me. But the Page of Swords, I believe, was the number 10 card in the previous reading. You know, where I entangled my feelings first before hers. Do you guys remember that at all? I have to rewind the damn thing. But because of my relationship with her, we entangled automatically. Because I raised her since she was 14 years old. And she is, oh my gosh, 27 now? 28, I don't. It's almost 30, right? Almost 30. 30-year Saturn. Almost 30. Almost 30. Okay. So, personal power. That's the root cause of doing the lone wolf style. That's how she feels about me. And the Day of Reckoning. So she also feels the Day of Reckoning. I'm sure she's seen flashes of me when she was 14 and our camping and how we fell trying to fish from the rocks and, you know, so forth. There's going to be some meditation for both of us. Okay. Understanding. And this is, I'm not even doing the ritual because it's very emotional. That means I'm not ready yet. Right? I'm not ready yet. When I feel at peace, that's when I'm ready. Don't ask me that when. I just go with the flow. It's still chaotic in her environment, and it's about timing. We can't connect if her environment that I'm not a part of anymore is chaotic, right? It has to be a timing where that slit little portion of a timeline allows us to use that, and it, the center of the storm, the eye of the storm. Okay, so justice. So this is cause and effect. Cause and effect. We're both searching me, you know, finding you guys and kind of, you know, evolving in my way with what we've been doing the past year or so since, oh my God, March. It's going to be 1 year since we all know each other, you know. I joined in March, but okay, so there's going to be defensiveness, right? So that means it's not time yet because that defensiveness. Well, I did this, and it's all this blame thing, right? So we know when that energy is there is the defensiveness of, it's your fault I did this. You did this, that's why I did this. Okay? So it's definitely not time yet. Because it's not going to be a blaming game. It's not going to be that. It's going to be something else. Where it's very loving. Where one will take the blame of the other. Not self-serve blame. Like, no, it was my fault. I just need you to understand that this was hard for me to do. And it's I can't even tell you what it's going to be, but it's gonna be good. But right now it's not the timing because there's a lot of things going on with her. It's almost there though. I would say probably the end of the month. And I think that she's gonna visit me here. And we're going to see each other on the street. I think. But it's going to be some sort of accident. She's going down to the beach. Hang out on the beach. And I'm going to come out. And it's going to be that kind of luck thing. I love those kind of synchronicities. But I'm going to wait. Right? So what it's looking like here. There's going to be a lot of healing. It's upside down. It's going to be my healing is her healing and my healing is hers. And there's going to be a creative force, the Ace of Wands, so it's going to be coming in. We're going to stay with the truth. What did you find? What is your truth? Because I'm going to share my truth, right? Your evolution, what you have discovered the past 3 years, who you are now and what you were. You're still that, but a little bit more fine-tuned, right? Okay. So, one more reading and then I'm going to open up for questions or whatever, or you guys want to go because it's almost 2 hours. I'm not going to try to get you guys in here. This was kind of like on the fly, but next week with Crowley, there's going to be a lot of, I don't know. But I'm dreading to travel with Crowley. And because I go what I know. I do a double blind where I don't surf the internet. I don't want to know anything about anything. The only thing I know about Crowley because of my occult days was he wrote a lot of books on bad stuff in the witch's store. Other than that, I don't know anything about him other than his birthday, and because I need those data, his birthday and his death. So it's going to be interesting what's going to unfold next week. And I'll be folding, right? It's easier to read someone who passed on than read someone that is still here. And I think that's on the third one, the dimensional, double slit dimensionals. I'm sharing my experience in traveling to non-human entities and human entities here. Secret space program. No, I'm just joking. All right. One last thing, and this is for me. And what I should do, what should I feel, what kind of energies I want to bring forth to me in regards to Victoria. I could call patience, love, belief, hope, whatever, right? But this way I could reflect on what I think it is and kind of seeing it. Again, your body, with the ritual, as you can see, this is a ritual, right? Making it happen in reality. Because you're touching bases with the invisible, and it's a process of release or bringing forth. Releasing or bringing in. It's a part of a manifestation. And letting it go to the universe. You can't hold it. You can't move it the way the universe can move it. So, Let it go, let it be. I know somebody's song. Their song is playing in my head. Let it go, let it be. What should I do right now to find family, peace, and joy in regards to V? I want to see the reflection of me, to understand me with the variable of my spiritual daughter. Oh, I miss very much. Let me see. Please guide me to the path that I need to take right now. Restriction. Upside down. Okay. Wish card. Wish card. Number 9. Our wish card. Okay. Restriction. Mine. For the sun, enlightenment, greatness, discipline, emotional discipline, your baser instincts. Look, ain't that the truth? Knight of Cups. Okay, I don't know if you guys felt it, but this reading, I think the last reading, this reading right now is very emotional. Do you guys feel that? Do you guys feel the emotion being sent to you guys?
Yeah.
Man, I get so emotional, baby. And I burst out in songs too. So that's how I express my feelings, is through voice, through sounds, and so forth. Okay, justice. Cause and effect, cannot avoid that. You gotta cross that bridge. It's time. I can see the bridge. Don't want to cross it yet. It's not time yet. Okay. The Page of Wands. So you could see, you guys, and I think I do a live stream on YouTube, so we could probably rewind this later. Because I will record it. So a lot of pages came in. The Page of Swords. Swords are mental force. Wands are creative force. So there's some creative and mental and definitely emotional. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull my heart, my mind, my body, and my spirit to float up, man, float up, and and embrace this as a gift. And celebrate, right? Celebrate. All right. Ill will. Okay. Oh yeah, I could see it now. How can you throw me away? Because I was just, and you can't, right? You can't. You have to do what you need to do. Because even though you want to be selfish and don't want to let them go, you have to let them go, because it's time to let them go. And I tell you, I had to do everything. This girl, my spiritual daughter, was so tenacious. Oh my God, jeez. And I had to do the ill will. And for the last 3 years, I'm like, I had to do what I had to do. It was pretty bad. She was so powerful. It took like 6 county sheriffs. She was that strong to hold her down. So she's understanding now. That her demons, she named. I didn't even know she knew all those demons. She named all her demons and realize that the demon's name actually are men that have abused her. So I think that's a bringing it together, Um, but so it's still emotional. I really think this is gonna happen. Um, and what I'm gonna probably be doing, I don't know. When's the next full moon, you guys? Anyone know? So,
Isn't it tomorrow or tonight?
oh shit! I guess I'm gonna be out there. Oh look, Wit. Look, Wit. I'm like, okay, so I guess it's tomorrow. So in the full moon, I'll probably I'll do a little video and post it somewhere, but I'll have my GoPro on, so I could have you guys there to kind of continue this tomorrow, and I'm gonna remove the ill will, anything that's bad, anything that's hard. I'm gonna bring in the sun more because it's in the past, and it's gonna be enlightenment. This is unstable energies, Knight of Cups. So we're gonna bring these two guys together. And then see discipline. So I am emotional about this. So that I have to not be, because it's everything in one ball, right? And so I'm like, okay, I did this reading. Shit, she feels the same way because I'm feeling her. She's feeling me. I know, and I'm like, is she feeling me? And of course, the card reflects that because it's the same damn cards from the first reading to the second reading. So there's this entanglement of communication, right? You feel it, but when you see it, and then it happens, that's so freaky, which is why I love the universe. Because there's a step. There's the first step, second, and then the third, and then it goes on and on and on. And it's just pieces coming together. But so tomorrow, I'm going to accept the cause and effect. The cause of this, the effect it has on me and her. It's going to, I got to sleep on this, right? So there's time. When you entangle with energies of energy and emotion, there's a lot of data, there's a lot of information, a lot of energies that are just going in, right? Going in and out, leaping in and out. And that needs time. It needs time to settle. Just like the RF meter, it'll beep like beep, 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 beep. It'll go back and forth, and then it settles, right? So you got the highs and the lows, and it goes back and forth, and then it settles. And I usually, when something like this, and I'm emotional on it, and the rest of the day, I'll probably just do whatever, not think about it, and then sleep it off. Complete that cycle by sleeping and combining my unconscious with my subconscious and conscious. So we're gonna go see that number 9 card. So there's gonna be a lot of and it was, it was very hardcore. It got to a point where, her neighbors started to call, So my family, I'm not in the mental health field, but I work for mental health. Well, my sister's a certified mental health counselor. So I pulled her into this, and she works for the county. So, all the doctors and they evaluated her through the cops. But when I'm going to use the word possessed, the pain, the suffering, the ending whole of nothingness, it wasn't her. Her eyes were black. Not like, X-Files black, okay? Like there's nothing in there. It's like this hole that's so deep. It's not them. It's something else, because you just know, you get these goosebumps. But her energy, and when they put her on a straitjacket, was so. These cops are not small cops, okay? Hayward PD is not small. but it was an experience, and she was actually nesting. Her partner was, and she actually it was not her. And people nest, huh? When you're about to have baby, you nest. People who are gonna die within 2 years, they nest too. You know, why are you doing all this? Oh, I just want to put everything together. I want to do my will for no reason. But they're not sick at all. But there's a nesting, right? There's a nesting. Your unconscious knows. It just knows. Because you do things and you think you're doing it for this, but you're actually nesting, doing it for that. So thank you guys for coming here. I'm sorry I cried. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. But I wanted to show and share one of a few, tuning forks, I'm going to call them, tones. And they're all over the place. You just wait for one that's a little more, that bugs you more than the rest. And this thing is talking, so I'm going to play back the EVP at a later point. But, you guys, thank you for coming. You guys have any questions? And I'm sorry I cried on you.
No,
Don't
that's
be sorry.
Tabitha.
never say sorry for crying, Tabitha.
It was awesome.
It feels good. So, I shared something, with you guys, and I love you guys. But it's a challenge. We'll always have challenges. But as long as we have each other and support, we're never alone, But I am very excited to meet her up again. I'll keep you guys updated. If we happen to just see each other at Lucky's, or we happen to go to the same mall. But I know it's gonna be this weird, unexpected thing, and I think that's one of the things I live for in the universe. The unexpected things, like, oh my God, what's the likelihood, right? But
Not only that, Tabitha, but letting things happen naturally the way they're supposed to happen, right?
right,
Right? It's really powerful. And when the universe is ready, and that's when it will happen for you. And I love that you already know that. That's hard sometimes because you want to rush things, and but you're like, no, it's gonna happen when it's meant to be. And I think that's beautiful.
yeah, it's coming though. And and it's coming, and it's halfway there because it's upside down. It's halfway there, so that's why I really think it's within 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenges and wrapping the question. The question is like this, and then it's upside down question, like in Espanol. So it's it's gonna be a beautiful spiral, kind of dancing, uplifting. I don't even know, because I know it's gonna be wonderful. And you guys will probably meet her probably towards the end of the year. So
that's awesome. I look forward to that.
yeah. So you gotta see the bad. You gotta look at both spectrums to know where you're supposed to be at, right? It's there's so many people that I have known in the past saying, I'm a good witch. They're trying to convince me, I'm a good witch, because they're so scared of being the bad witch. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, oh my God, all you gotta have to do is get you in a situation of painful, hurtful loss, and boom, instantly. Because that's what you radiate, that you don't want to be, right? So it's what you radiate, whether it's fear or hope or whatever. It's what you radiate. It's 95%, man. But you guys, thank you so much. I always lose time when we do this stuff. You guys have any question for this weirdo here? That next week will be fun. We'll go really see. I really want to know this. I don't even know the ET entity that Crowley has. I haven't even looked into that. you know. But what's amazing, you know, I don't know. At the same time, there's the Book of Law, which is Crowley, and the what is the other one? The Law of One. Weird, right? You know, it kind of weird.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. You know, there's like this relationship. I don't know what, but they're both vibing. They're like vibing with each other right now. You know,
Yeah,
you
That's
know,
a whole different conversation. Yeah,
right?
but-
But
yeah.
I want to know. I mean, I don't care. You know, whatever. I'm not concerned about the material creation. It's already here. It's in the past. Whatever. I want to know what drove him. What drove him in his mind, in his heart, his influences, the people around him. What drove him here? Did the entity have anything to do with it? You know, things like that. You know,
Right.
did he expose himself to a point where he allowed an entity to come in? You know, so it's like a different type of story and so forth, and I may get brain freeze. So you know, you guys have to kind of be my second eyes, okay, when I do this travel, because I'm dredging it. I did Nick already, so and I think I've shared it with a few guys. I think I reviewed it this morning. But you know, that was great. I loved it. And you know, it's still vibing with me. You know, the man, not what he made, but the man. You know, and
Right.
I kind of related to him because you know I'm a loner too. And, you know, I got OCD. I'm weird, but I have this question that drives me. The direct force, like up in your face force. You know. How does he get up in your face force? How does the force grow that big and I didn't see it until it's too late kind of force? You know, so so my question is how we got there. You know, and so it's a, you know, so we're gonna do this more. It's gonna be heavy duty. I'm gonna be talking in and out. I'm gonna have one foot here. And hopefully, when you guys are watching this, you can like catch a wave or something, and then let me know what you caught in regards to the travel. You know,
Yeah.
so because it's really interesting on these guys, right? The 1843s. I mean, the 1943s, man. There's something in that cycle. Right, 1943s to like the 1950s. There's, you know, and it's like, okay, what do we need to know about this stuff, right? There's something weird, because you know, until you know, and you just kind of lead to it, right? So, that's gonna be interesting, right? So, and it's almost like I'm more scared to travel with Crowley than I am with Hitler. Weird, right?
Yeah, I get it, but you know, he's a human too.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I think your focus is on his human self and why his human self and the influences around him
yes,
made him make his decisions. So it's not like you're jumping into his magical personality,
no,
like that persona that you know inspired the other things he did.
right,
But you're tapping into the man.
right, right.
Yeah.
And what he used, right? Like other than Indiana Jones and you know stuff, because I don't like to infect my brain, right? I want to be like blind. I don't want to know anything other than what I already know today.
Yeah.
Like with Hitler, you know, he's tied in with the occult even deeper, you know, and so it's like, you know, and we are what if we practice this destruction, you know, you're gonna be given destruction because you're looking for it, you know, control and all that stuff, you know. So it's really interesting when I did the Nick travel. He was all about creation. He was all about like how do we improve communication? What is this direct force? You know, and it's humanity treated him bad too.
For sure.
And he was like he loved, you know, he loved being by himself. like like with me, I mean, I would like sneak out just to like pretend that I'm going somewhere, but I'm in my car in my cave underneath a tree, to have that alone time, like, or
Yeah.
even pretending to be in the bathroom, and my kids are like, "Mom, I know you're not watching the bathroom. I know you're trying to be alone." So now I'm just like I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get milk, and then like 2 hours later, where'd you get the milk? Well, I had to go hunt down the cow, then I had to milk it. So that took a couple of hours, But that was I was just like, procrastinating. I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta do the Crowley thing because, I love my Nick Travel. It just inspired me and it's made me smile and it moved me to what he wants to get better for humanity, better communication, believing, just all this stuff, and and it's almost like I downloaded him or something. I downloaded him. I became him. I saw in his eyes. I felt his pain. I felt his curiosity, his OCD. Oh my God, the OCD that he's trying to figure out, and it was wonderful, and I like that. I like that. It's a welcoming feeling, right? I don't know about Crowley. Too many.
I don't think it'll be anything scary. I think it'll actually be really insightful.
Yeah.
And I think what'll come through is like, this is me as human, because I
Yeah.
feel like there's some archetypes people have of him that disconnect him from
Yes.
his humanity, and he did have a humanity. And so I think what's going to come through is him at this juncture, because a lot of time has passed since his initial leaving from
Yep.
3D. I think we're going to see something very, very interesting, but very well-rounded and very balanced as far as polarities. We're going to see what it looks like for the other side of the coin when they also want to develop. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a very human reading. I
Yeah.
don't think we're going to have stuff flying around the room and
Darn! Come on!
Yeah.
I want stuff flying around the room.
you can't have that and answers. You get one or the other.
Yeah. No.
I can come by your place and throw some stuff.
As long as
Yes.
it's not a snake, okay?
We'll throw some things.
Oh my God. But and it is, and that's why I do travel. And so when I'm like upset, 23 years ago when I'm upset, sometimes I want to stay upset. But then once I look into the person and I understand the person and how it became to be, I'm not mad anymore. It's like I'm not.
I hate that though, because then I'm like,
I wanna stay mad.
yeah. It's like, let me just do a little bit more in this. But it's like, nope, here comes the insights. Here comes the understanding.
Right.
Here comes the compassion. And I'm like, darn it.
It's like, can I just like stay on the corner for like 5 more minutes? No.
Yes,
No.
yes. Can I stay on the
No.
corner?
This is why this was done to you.
Yeah.
And then all you do is like, first you're mad and then you're like, oh man, that's messed up. And you're like, not mad anymore. And you let go. And you try to help. Oh my God. The universe is a trip. It's crazy. The universe is crazy.
That's just our what happens for any of us here who have made the decision to be positive,
Yep.
consciously on that path. That's just what we have to deal with.
And it's beautiful, and it's beautiful. And we share what we can and then share again. And whatever comes to be, So, anyway, you guys, it's 1:30. And I love you all. Thank you for coming.
Me too. Thank you.
Sorry, it's all,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was all wishy-washy, crying. I'm such a wush. But that was very I've been, like, it's like, it's coming, but you're like ignoring it, you're putting it away in the closet. And then it stays in the closet for a couple of months, and then it'll show up once a year. But man, that closet keeps opening up, and it's going, V, 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 and you're like, oh shit, it's coming, it's coming. So I'm excited about it, and I'll keep you guys posted, on it. Tomorrow I'll do my little. I'm gonna check to see. I think you're right. The full moon is tomorrow. So, I'm going to remove any negativity, any ill will. The past is the past. And it just helps me be more inspired, right? And it's the past, and it's going to be hugging and kissing and loving and all that good stuff. I'm so horny. Oh, my God. All right, you guys. I love you. Thank you. And then we have a worldwide CE meditation tonight at 5.
For me, it's 9 p.m. EST, and
Okay, I got it. Oh, that was Sunday. So tonight is movie night.
wait,
Scratch me while I was sleeping.
who scratched you?
I didn't realize they scratched me.
Sorry. Okay,
What was
Saturday. That's today.
Yeah.
9 p.m. EST. That's today, not Sunday.
Okay. All right, sounds good, you guys. Okay, my makeup is running. I gotta remove my fake eyelashes. No, I'm just joking. See you guys tonight. I love you guys. Bye. 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 Bye.